representing Seven Bench Church, Samuel Fogel.
The 2025 Woodstock River Bandits are on the air. From Falcon Field on the campus of Central High School in Woodstock, Virginia, it is the Valley Baseball League and the Woodstock River Bandits. Tonight, the season debut for the
All right, great
River
job,
Bandits
Samuel.
as they
Let's
face
hear it once again for
the Strasburg
Samuel
Express.
Fogel.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Craig Orndorff. Glad to be with you here this evening as we get ready for the 2025 Valley Baseball League season. Everybody got washed out last night. So tonight is opening night for the River Bandits and the Express. Final season for longtime and legendary coach Mike Bocock. Feels he has a good team here. Excited. Not really sure what he has with all the rain they had this week. Only a couple of practices. So I think we'll get a look at a lot of people here tonight. Could be a lot of substitutions. And we'll see how the green and orange do here tonight against their rivals from Strasburg. And on the mound tonight for the Bandits will be Justin Silverstein. He is a right-hander standing 6'6". He's from UMass of Boston and hails from Shelton, Connecticut. Here's the order he will face tonight. From the visiting Express, leading off and playing third base is Jack Anderson. Hitting second, the second baseman, Nick Pepe. Josh Ebay is the DH. He'll bat third. Hitting fourth, Christian De Los Santos in right field. Carter Schmidt in left field will bat fifth. Sixth, it's Jake Payne, the catcher. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Landon Beaver. Aramil Rosado, the shortstop, hits eighth, and batting ninth, the center fielder, Brett Mosley. And it'll be Harvey Abreu pitching for Strasburg here this evening. Mentioned Mike Bocock, the head coach of the River Bandits. Phil Betterly, head coach of the Strasburg Express. He's down at third base tonight. Our old friend, former assistant here in Woodstock.
Leading off the top of the first inning for the Express. Sophomore from James Madison University.
And former head coach here
third baseman, number 14, Jack Anderson.
All right, ready to go here tonight on the 2025 season. Great to have you along. Finally, the rain is gone. There was a threat of some showers this afternoon, but they've all blown out of here. It is a windy evening, blowing out of the north, which is in from right center field. We are ready to go. Jack Anderson steps in, and he takes a fastball high, ball one, as we get started at 7:04. Here's a pitch. That's at the knees for a strike. Bright sunshine is going to affect the batters as they are looking pretty much right into the sun. It comes out of center field. Here at Falcon Field, 1-1. Anderson takes high. Jack Anderson, a right-handed batter, standing 6'3" from JMU. Two balls, one strike. 2-1 offering. A swing and a miss. Two balls, two strikes. Temperatures today right around 70 degrees. Probably mid to upper 60s here at game time. 2-2 offering and a swing and a miss. Silverstein strikes out Anderson, gets him swinging.
Next up, senior from University.
That's a good
of
way to
Maine,
start the
second
year.
baseman, number 11, Nicholas.
As Anderson goes down, that'll bring up Nick Pepe, the second baseman. Left-handed batting, Nick Pepe from University of Maine. Stands 5'9". Silverstein working and breaking ball, hit Pepe in the foot. He was on top of the plate and did not move out of the way either, and took that breaking ball right off the shoe. So there's the first base runner of the ball game.
Senior from Stephen F. Austin State University.
So a man on for the Express with one out. Josh eBay, the DH, batting third, steps in now. eBay, right-handed batter, standing 6'3", from Stephen F. Austin. And one thing about this Strasburg team, they got some size. They could be a volleyball roster. 6'7", 6'8". A lot of 6'3s and more, some of those who aren't even here yet. Ball one outside to eBay, right-handed batter. Swing and a miss. Good heat there from Silverstein. Strasburg hitting here in the top of the first inning. 1-1 now to eBay. Runner at first. Runner bluffs at first. Pitches in the dirt. Scooped up. Throw down to second. Slide tag. Out is the call. Not a gun there by Woodstock catcher. That's Rocco DePastino. First of all, he had to block a pitch in the dirt, and then bounced up and fired down to second with a tag put on the shortstop Corville, and there's two away. Very high with the fastball. 3-1 now to eBay. Defensively for Woodstock, along with DePastino at the plate tonight. Out in left field, it's Hunter Miller. Center field, Christian Toledo. In right field, JT Andorowski. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Full count. On the infield, it's Diego Villarreal at third. Shortstop, Jake Corville. Second baseman, Luke Keister. Back for the Bandits this year at first base, Barrett Eldridge. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Silverstein, and strike 3 called on the outside corner. eBay taking a step toward first. He thought it might have been ball 4, but rung up, and that's the inning. 2 strikeouts for Silverstein. Nothing for the Express. The Bandits are coming up. Go to the bottom of the first inning, and the Bandits get their first swing of the season. And they are facing Harvey Abreu, 6'2" right-hander from Tallahassee Community College, hails from Tallahassee, Florida. And here's the order he'll face tonight. For the homestanding Woodstock River Bandits, leading off and playing shortstop, it's Jake Corville. JT Andorowski in right field will bat second. Hunter Miller in left field hits in the third spot. Cleanup man is Barrett Eldridge, the first baseman. Nazir Mendez, the DH, bats fifth. Hitting sixth, Diego Villarreal, he's the third baseman. Seventh, Christian Toledo in center field. Batting eighth, the catcher Rocco DePastino. And Luke Keister, the second baseman, will hit ninth. All right, ready to go. In the bottom of the first. And strike one to Jake Corville, the shortstop. Corville, right-handed batter, 5'10" out of Wingate. Breaking ball is low and away. 1-1. Again, sunshine for the batters. And for the catcher and umpire, too. 1-1 pitch. Tried to check his swing. They appeal. He went. Corville couldn't hold off on a breaking ball. So 1-2 now from Abreu. Abreu stands side saddle on the mound. Steps back and delivers. Fastball is high. Two balls, two strikes. Abreu kicks, deals. That misses in the dirt, and the count goes full. 3-2 to the Woodstock leadoff man. Shortstop Jake Corville. Awaits the payoff. Here it comes. And that's also in the dirt. This time with a fastball, and Corville is aboard to lead off the bottom of the first inning.
Next up, senior from DeSalis University, right fielder, number 7, JT Andorowski.
That'll bring up JT Andorowski, the right fielder. JT, left-handed batter from DeSales, 6'1". And takes the ball low. So Corville leads at first. Andorowski takes a fastball strike at the knees. 1-1. Pitch. That's another strike. Again, at the bottom of the zone. JT started, stopped. But was called a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. One, two bounces in. Blocked by the catcher Payne. Evens the count at 2-2. Not much of a lead at first. 2-2 pitch is chopped foul, third base side. JT Andorowski, a returning River Bandit. 2-2 pitch, but first a throw over. Corville was barely off the bag, but he dives back in anyway. Again, another throw. Abreu ready. Runner goes at first. A line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Heading to third. Making it with a dive is Corville. Into second is Andorowski. And the Bandits have something cooking here in the first.
Next up, senior from University of Southern Indiana, left fielder number 4, Hunter Miller.
Yep. Pitch up in the zone and away, and Andorowski just shot it the other way past Anderson at third. And runners at scoring position. We'll see how that gets scored. As the throw went into third base. So I'm sure it'll be a single. I would think it would be a single. But here's Hunter Miller. Big chance here early. Second and third, nobody out. Hunter Miller, left-handed batter from Southern Indiana, stands 6'1", and he looks at an off-speed pitch for a strike. The Strasburg team has a limited roster. Not a whole lot of guys have reported yet. Considerably more for Woodstock. Bouncing ball up the middle into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score. Second run coming to the plate. Here's a throw. It's cut off. And it's 2-0 Woodstock as Hunter Miller with a bouncing ball right over the bag at second.
Now batting,
Corville and
senior
Andorowski
from
score.
Rice University, first baseman number 20, Barrett Eldridge.
So 2-0 Woodstock. Now it's a cleanup man, the first baseman, Barrett Eldridge. Curveball to Eldridge is low. Eldridge, a 6'4" right-hander from Rice. Nobody out. 2 runs already in. Abreu deals. Good breaking ball there. In for a strike. One on one. That's fouled back. Ball in on the hands. Ball 2 strikes. Miller at first after his 2-run single. Here's a bouncing ball toward third. Good play there on the in-between hop. Goes to second for 1. Over to first in time for the double play. Anderson, the third baseman, starts the double play, goes to Pepe and over to Beaver. 5-4-3 as Eldridge bounces into the twin killing.
Next up, junior from Eastern Kentucky University, designated hitter, number 23, Nazir Mendez.
So that'll clean the base paths for Nazir Mendez, the DH. Nazir, left-handed batter, 6'2" from Eastern Kentucky. And looks at a strike. Oh, 1. Abreu works. Strike on the inside corner. 0-2. Mendez awaits. Down 2 strikes. Off the end of the bat, right side. First baseman Fields tosses to the pitcher. For the final out of the inning, Beaver to Abreu to end the frame. But Woodstock gets 2 on a Hunter Miller 2-run single. Bandits 2-0 over the Express after 1 here in Woodstock. Here we go, the second inning. Woodstock up 2-0. And the first pitch is a fastball high from Justin Silverstein to Christian De Los Santos. Cleanup man, right fielder. Ball one. Pitch. Off speed. Swing and a miss. Strasburg is pretty high on De Los Santos. 1-1. From the stretch, Silverstein kicks and deals. That's high. Look like a changeup. 2-1. Already somebody starting to stretch down in the Bandits bullpen, as they'll share the workload tonight. 2-1 offering. Oh, swing and a miss on a pitch up in his eyes. De Los Santos went chasing. He saw the short porch in center field, which is part of the character of Falcon Field. 2-2. Fastball high, he doesn't chase this time. Full count. On deck, Carter Schmidt, and Jake Payne is in the hole here for the Express. Good crowd here on opening night. A little bit cool, but nice and sunny. All right, 3-2. Silverstein ready. And he fires. Swing and a miss. Another fastball up in the zone. And De Los Santos down swinging. One gone here in the second. That's the third strikeout already for Justin Silverstein.
Schmidt.
Now it's Carter Schmidt, the left fielder. Carter Schmidt from Randolph-Macon College, 5'11", left-handed batter. And he takes down and in. Broadcasting from first base here in Woodstock, not behind the plate, so can't see corners of the plate. We can see top to bottom of the zone. That's a fastball high, 2-0, and we can see plays at first and pretty well at second, too. Upstairs tonight, because I didn't want my papers blowing all over the place. Inside. Usually we set outside at field level, which has some issues there as well. There's a fastball strike. Two and one now. Silverstein, 6'6", long and lanky. UMass of Boston. Off speed is in the dirt. 2-2. I'm sorry. You're right. 3-1. Oh, my first mistake of the year. I had a great streak going. 3-1. That's fisted foul. Now it's 3-2. Looks like Strasburg has somebody, or at least the catcher's heading down to the bullpen, so they're going to get somebody stirred up. It looks like. All right, payoff again. Silverstein sets and deals. And, oh, ball four. Bandits thought it was strike three. DePastino is ready to fire it around the horn, but the umpire says, nope, just missed.
Toledo, catcher number 19, Jacob Payne.
So Silverstein has walked one and hit one. Got some help from his catcher in the first, as DePastino hopped on a ball. He blocked in the dirt and fired down to second to get Nick Pippe. So one out here. Jake Payne, the catcher, steps in for Strasburg. He takes the ball up and in. Jake Payne out of Toledo. Right-hander, 6'3". Throw over. It's only the second inning, and they're already making a dent in that right-hander's batter's box. High with a fastball, 2-0. Well, obviously they had home plate covered during this past week. But this field is in great shape after all the rain that we saw here, and we got a bunch last night. But it's dried out. The wind helped, direct sunlight. Swing and a miss. 2-1 now on Jake Payne. Two and one out. Man at first. Silverstein with a set and a pitch. Just missed inside. Three and one now. Off-speed pitch just under the knees. And that'll put 2 on. Back-to-back walks by Silverstein.
Next up, sophomore from the University of Alabama, Birmingham, first baseman number 15, Landon Beaver.
All right, little trouble here for Justin. Gets a word of encouragement from Rocco DePastino, his catcher. We'll go to work and see if he can get Landon Beaver to bounce into an inning ender. Landon Beaver from UAB, left-handed batter. And looks at strike one. Beaver stands 6'2". Woodstock double play depth at the infield. Checking a pitch, 0-1, low. Ball and a strike. Ball and a strike. Runners at first and second. That is a foul ball out right off the shin. And down to the dirt goes Landon Beaver. He's in some pain. That foul ball went right off his shin. And he's still on the ground, getting some attention from the trainer now. And he went down right now. And really uncomfortable. I thought it might have gotten off of his guard. He's got a shin guard on his front leg. I don't know if it hit beside it or maybe hit his back leg. No, it hit the one that has the guard on it, just missed it. He's on his feet now. He's not going to be able to stay in the game as he has some assistance coming off the field. So maybe it hit above his shin guard, but yeah, that doesn't feel good. So I might have hit it up closer around the knee. So, Express has to go to their bench now. It looks like they will call on Erwin Cabasa to hit here with a ball and 2 strikes.
in the game for the Express, number 21, Erwin Cabasa.
All right, so Cabasa comes in, and he's a right-handed batter. And he'll stand in and face a 1-2 count here from Justin Silverstein. Runners at first and second, one out. Setting the pitch. And strike three called on the outside corner. A tough place for Cabasa coming in off the bench. And
next up, sophomore from Gulf Coast Community College.
has only one strike to deal with.
41, Aramel Rosado.
So he is rung up. Strikeout number 4 for Silverstein. See if he can get out of this jam here. Going up against the shortstop, Aramel Rosado. Bouncing ball to short. Fielded there. It's Corville to Keister to get the force and end the inning. Silverstein walks a couple, but gets out of the jam. Middle of 2. Woodstock 2. Strasburg nothing. Two 2-0 Woodstock as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And for the Bandits, it'll be 6, 7, and 8. Diego Villarreal, Christian Toledo, and Rocco DePastino. And a breaking ball low to the left-handed batting Diego Villarreal, the third baseman. Diego, a switch hitter, batting lefty against the righty Abreu. 1-0 pitch. That's outside. Villarreal stands 6 feet tall. He's from Cameron University. There's a strike. Division II school out in Oklahoma. 2-1 pitch. That's right in there. 2-2. The breeze kicks up a little bit, throwing it into the window here. Might have heard it a little bit across the microphone. And the 2-2 pitch is coming off speed, is bounced to second. Fielded there by Pepe on to first. To get Villarreal out number 1 here in the second inning. Now it's a center fielder, Christian Toledo.
Now batting center fielder, number 21, Christian Toledo.
Christian Toledo, 6-foot right-hander from Wayland Baptist. Takes the ball low. 2-0 Bandits. 2-run single by Hunter Miller in the first inning. And after Jake Corville walked to lead off, and then JT Andorowski doubled. That was ruled a double. Breaking ball outside. 2-1. Abreu misses again, off-speed pitch. Missed downstairs. 3-0. The Bandits center fielder, Christian Toledo. 3-0 offering. And that's low, a 4-pitch walk. Second walk of the contest by Abreu.
Now batting junior from Indian River State College, catcher number 31, Rocco.
And now here's the catcher,
Pastino.
Rocco DePastino. 5'10" righty from Indian River. Already showed off his throwing arm earlier. Let's see if he can do something with the stick. 1 out, 1 on. And take strike. Barely off the bag, but Toledo draws a throw, gets away from the first baseman Beaver, but Toledo doesn't try to advance. One to DePastino. Breaking ball, strike. Caught the inside corner. He turned away from it. I'm sure it's tough to pick up the spin looking into the sun. Oh, 2. Runner bluffs at first. Pitches outside. 1-2. First of 21 home games for the River Bandits. One and two. Toledo's going at first. Breaking ball is low for a ball, and Payne unable to snag the pitch, so Toledo's down at second standing with a stolen base. Well, that evens the count to DePastino, and he's got an RBI opportunity here. Two and two. And strike 3 called on the outside corner. And fastball from Abreu and DePastino. Watches it go by. 2 gone.
Second baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
I'll bring up the second baseman, Luke Keister. From Shenandoah University, just graduated. Still has a year of eligibility left. And looks at a breaking ball low and away. RBI chance here for Keister. 2 outs. Man at second. Pitch outside. 2-0. Keister pretty much a mainstay in that number 9 spot last year for the Bandits. Did well. Two-0 pitch. Keister shows bunt. Ooh, takes a low strike. Or look low from up here. No complaint from Keister. Nor from Mike Bocock down at third. Abe Mumal, the first base coach. 2-1. Abreu at the belt. And deals. There's a bouncing ball right to the second baseman. Pepe had him played perfectly. Tosses to first, and that's the inning. 1 left on for Woodstock. We head to the third with Woodstock on top of Strasburg. 2-0.
Okay, fans, have your
We go to the third inning. Bandits up 2-0 on the Express. Strasburg sends up 9-1 and 2. Brett Mosley, Jack Anderson, Nick Pepe. Brett Mosley, the center fielder, left-handed stick. Facing a new pitcher for Woodstock, a left-hander. And starting with a breaking ball outside, it is Alex Pazos. Alex Pazos, 6'2", lefty from Miami-Dade. Pazos? Pazos, I was right first time. Pazos. Misses low and away. 2-0. So a lefty-lefty matchup here. He works from the stretch. Pazos down 2 balls. Deals. That one's over the dish. 2-1. A little bit longer with the sun before it descends behind the trees above the hill beyond right center field. 2-1. That's on the outside corner. 3-1. Or excuse me, 2-2. Yep, lots of folks watch the game from a hill beyond the outfield. Some venture down here. Now they're talking about the pitcher's motion. I don't see why it matters with nobody on base. Talking about him declaring whether he's going out of a windup or the stretch. Nobody's on base, so who cares? Anyway, that's taken care of. 2-2. Pitch bounces in there. Count goes full. 3-2 now to Brett Mosley. Full count, 3-2. Pazos ready and misses outside. free pass to Mosley.
Next up, third baseman, number 14.
That'll bring up Jack Anderson.
Anderson.
Third baseman struck out to begin the game. Anderson from JMU out of Medina, Minnesota. Justin Silverstein went 2 innings. Here's a ground ball to third. Fielded there. They go to second for 1. Relay to first. In time for the double play. Villarreal to Keister to Eldridge. 5-4-3. Bandits turn 2.
Heading second baseman, number
Anderson
11.
hit it
Nicholas.
right to Villarreal, playing right at the edge of the grass. So the Express turned a twin killing earlier. And the Bandits get one here. So now it's Nick Pepe, the second baseman. Hit by a pitch. On the first pitch he saw, a little breaking ball off the shoe. Off-speed pitch misses. Silverstein, 2 innings, no hits. He walked 2, hit a batter, struck out 4, and only allowed 1 ball to be put in play. That was the last man he faced. Swing and a miss on a heater from Alex Pazos. Alex out of Hialeah, Florida. Southpaw ready with the 1-1. That's in there, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out, nobody on. Pazzo steals, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that's the inning. Middle of 3, score remains. Bandits 2. Bottom of the 3rd, Woodstock leading at 2-0, and it's the top of the order. Jake Corville, JT Andorowski, and Hunter Miller. They're facing a new pitcher as Jackson Hulcher takes over. And a bouncing ball, first pitch, right to the second baseman. Pepe tosses to first. And 1 pitch, 1 out as Corville retired.
Next up, right fielder, number 7, JT Andorowski.
JT Andorowski doubled down the left field line his first time up. Later came in to score. And he takes low for ball one. Jackson Hulcher, 6'3" right-hander from Richard Bland Community College out of Ashburn, Virginia. 1-1, that's hit on the ground to the first baseman. Backing up is Cabasa to field. Take us to the bag himself. 2 quick outs.
Now batting left fielder number 4, Hunter Miller.
So 2 gone here in the third. Hunter Miller steps up. Bounced a 2-run single to center field his first time up. Hunter Miller, left-handed batter from Southern Indiana, takes a strike. But he's from Fort Pierce, Florida. A 1. Up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hulcher, a bit of a 3/4 delivery. Kind of slings it in there. Breaking ball down and in. Hunter Miller hitting with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Woodstock up 2-0. That is behind him. Missed it by a bunch. Behind him, knee high, all the way to the backstop. There's a strike at the letters. Hulcher winds and deals, and that's a foul ball, first base side. Mike Bocock had to step out of the way of that one and gets a salute from the dugout. 3-2 pitch is just high for ball 4. And Hunter Miller is aboard for the second time tonight.
Now batting first baseman, number 20, Barrett Eldridge.
Saves a swing for the cleanup man, Barrett Eldridge. First baseman grounded into a double play in the first inning. Eldridge, right-hander from Rice University, looks at a strike out of Brookhaven, Georgia. Runner goes, breaking ball is a ball, throw down to second and not in time. Got a good pitch to go on, it was off speed. Payne from behind the plate threw from his crouch, made it close. But Miller's down at second. They appeal the check swing by Eldridge. No swing, says the first base umpire. So an RBI chance here for Eldridge. Fastball upstairs, 2-1. All right, still sunlight around home plate and on part of the infield, but the outfield is all in the shadows now. And it got real cool real quick. 2-1. Going for third. Pitch is a ball high, but he's going to be out by a mile. Not a smart try there by Hunter Miller, and he comes up, and Mike Bocock just has his palms upturned like, what are we doing here? It was going to be 3-1 to Barrett Eldridge, but Payne, the catcher for Strasburg, fires to Anderson, and Hunter Miller out by a lot. All right, we head to the fourth. Woodstock leading 2-0. Two nothing Woodstock. We move to the fourth inning, and the Bandits go to the bullpen again. It is Ryan Cowell, a 6-foot right-hander from Virginia Wesleyan out of Hanover, Virginia. He'll face 3, 4, and 5. Josh Ebay, Christian De Los Santos, and Carter Schmidt. There's a pitch at the belt for strike one. Josh Ebay struck out looking to end the first inning. Ebay, right-hander, 6'3", out of Stephen F. Austin, hails from Cypress, Texas. Cowell deals. Wave and a miss at a breaking ball. Ebay fooled on the curveball from Cowell. Oh, 2. Ryan deals. Another breaking ball, but that was low, and Ebay held off. Ball 2 strikes. Cowell kicks, fires, and missing outside. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Cowell to Ebay. Here it is. That is a bouncing ball and in the left field. First hit of the game for the Express. Josh Ebay with the first knock of the night for Strasburg.
Next up, right fielder number 25, Christian De Los Santos.
Here's Christian De Los Santos, the right fielder. Struck out back in the second inning. All right, the field dimensions I mentioned earlier. Short porch and center, just 338 to straight away. That is popped up. Foul territory, third base side. Third baseman gives way to the shortstop, makes the grab. Corville. Long way to go, but got over there in plenty of time. called off as third baseman Villarreal makes the
Now
catch,
batting
and
left
De
fielder,
Los
number 2,
Santos
Carter Schmidt.
out number 1 here in the 4th. Well, the wind looked like that didn't affect that pop-up too much. Carter Schmidt, the left fielder, walked his first trip. Lefty from Randolph-Macon out of Glen Allen, Virginia. Take strike 1. 2-0 Bandits here in the 4th inning. Yeah, just 338 to straightaway center field. It plays deeper than that. You still got to hit it pretty well to get it out of here. Line drives go out of here better than the deep fly balls to center. 0-1. There's a strike. 0-2. There seems to be a current of air coming off the hill in center field, which will hold up some fly balls to straightaway. And you've got some major league depth in the rest of the park, though. No balls, 2 strikes. Cowell sets and pitches. Outside. It is 340 down both lines. 376 to left center, 372 to straightaway right. And from those 2 points in the gaps is where it shoots straight across to just 338 to center field. 1-2. Head start there at first. And Carter Schmidt with 2 strikes had to foul that one off. eBay got a running start there at first base. He had it stolen. But because it was 1-2, because it is 1-2, Carter Schmidt had to swing and could only foul it off. And of course, it draws a throw this time, and eBay was just a step off the bag. Going back to the dimensions, if you look at this field from above, the fence almost looks like a tri-oval NASCAR super speedway. Another lob over to first base, where you've got the long stretch, and then the tri-oval looks like Talladega almost. All right, 1-2. Pitch. That's just outside, off speed. Missed the outer corner. So now 2-2 to Carter Schmidt. Phil Betterly, manager of the Express at third base. Jimmy Peterson coaching here at first. 2-2. And a half swing. Schmidt down on strikes. He was in between deciding whether to go for it or not.
Jacob Payne.
Just kind of half attempted at it. Comes up empty. So 2 gone now. It's Jake Payne, the catcher. He walked his first time back in the 2nd inning. Jake Payne out of University of Toledo, right-handed batter. Takes the ball. Hails from Lynn Haven, Florida. One ball. Ryan Cowell deals. Breaking ball. In the dirt. They appeal and they say no swing. The correct call. Andorowski in right field, actually playing Payne toward the line a little bit. Pretty much straight up everywhere else. The right-handed batting catcher, who's ahead 2-0 in the count. Looks at a fastball. In there, 2-1. Two-one pitch. softly hit to second, and Keister had to go down and smother that on one hop, and he did nicely, an in-between hop, but he snags it, flips to Corville to get the force to end the inning. It's a good pitch there by Cowell, had Payne out in front. First hit of the game for the Express, but they can't get him around. We're 3-3.5. Woodstock 2, Strasburg nothing. Woodstock hits here in the home half of the fourth inning. They lead at 2-0, and it's 4, 5, and 6. Barrett Eldridge, Nazir Mendez, and Diego Villarreal. Hit ball one. Barrett Eldridge bounced into a double play his first time up. Barrett from Rice. He was at the plate when Hunter Miller was caught stealing, inexplicably trying to go to third with 2 outs. Cuts and misses there. Ball and a strike. Jackson Hulcher back out for his second inning of work for the Express. 1-1. Tied him up, fouled it back. Eldridge down 1-2. Already one final in the books today. They played earlier this afternoon in Charlottesville, and Harrisonburg beat the Tom Sox 9-1. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, and strike 3. Eldridge frozen. One gone here in the fourth.
Next up, designated hitter.
That was Nazir Mendez.
Nazir Mendez.
Nazir, 6'2" lefty from Eastern Kentucky. That comes from New York City. Swings and misses. 0-1. Bounced to first in his first appearance. Off-speed pitch misses outside. 1-1. Mendez, the DH tonight. Takes a little bit outside. 2-1. The right field crew is back and strong again this year, I see. They bring their trucks and pull up and fouled off. 2-2. Sit in the bed of their pickups or just out there by the fence. I don't think I'd want to put my windshield toward the field that close, but somebody's out there to protect it. Oh, maybe. All right, 2-2. That is just off the plate. Good location there by Hulcher, but didn't get the call. And Mendez goes full on him. Three-two pitch coming. Hulcher deals. That is hit high in the air to center field. Going back is Mosley. He's to the tracks, and that ball will come back in play. Just got under it, and as I was talking about before, fly balls to center seem to get knocked down. And a long drive there by Mendez.
Now batting third baseman, number 24, Diego Villarreal.
Turns out to be a fairly routine fly ball, at least. As comfortably as Mosley fielded it. Here's a foul ball back from Diego Villarreal. The third baseman grounded to second his first time up. Villarreal from Cameron University out of Golden, Colorado. One strike. Down and away, 1-1. Yeah, Mosley did it correctly out there in center. He ran to the fence, then came back on it. One. Swing and a miss. Late cut there by Diego. 1-2. Left fielder Schmidt comes in a couple of steps and toward the line and left. He's looking for a little flare. One-two pitch. That is just off the plate. Bandits haven't had a hit since the two they got in the first inning. 2-2. Villarreal waits from Hulcher. He deals, and that's outside, full count. Three balls, two strikes. Lefty Villarreal waits. Hulcher brings it, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Hulcher strikes out two in the inning. Nothing for the Bandits. They go in order. We head to the fifth. Woodstock 2, Strasburg nothing. On to the fifth inning now. Woodstock leading it 2-0. Ryan Cowell back to work and starts with the ball inside to Erwin Cabasa, who came in to hit in the second inning when Landon Beaver fouled one off his leg and he couldn't continue. He promptly struck out looking. And the 1-0 pitch is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball started at the top of the zone and Cabasa over top of it. Cabasa now the first baseman. 6'2" right-hander from Seminole State out of Deltona, Florida. Breaking ball in the dirt. Cabasa looked at it but held off. Two. That's low and away. And by the way, that original strikeout is credited to Beaver. Foul ball back. So this is the first official appearance for Erwin Cabasa. And he waits again for the 3-2 here from Ryan Cowell. That is popped up on the infield left side. Will there be room? Nope, on top of the Express dugout, first base side. So the leadoff man for the Express here in the fifth inning battling. We'll do 3-2 again. Cal deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Threw a fastball by him. And there's one away.
Now batting, shortstop, number 41, Aramel Rosado.
That's 7 strikeouts for Bandit pitching tonight. Now it's Aramel Rosado, the shortstop. Grounded into a fielder's choice to end the second inning. Aramel Rosado, 6'1" righty from Gulf Coast Community College out of Panama City, Florida. First pitch swinging. Chopper to short. Fielded there by Corville. Throw is in the dirt. And unable to be scooped there by Eldridge. And the ball went, they said it went out of play. I thought it just hit the fence. The umpires said it went out of play, but I thought it just hit the fence. Hit the top of the fence and caromed up in the air. Our official scorer down here says it just hit the top of the fence and came back in. All the Bandits were saying that the ball stayed in play. But Corville's throw was in the dirt and Eldridge just couldn't scoop it. And now the umpires are going to talk. But we can hear it when it hits the block press box here. And they're going to move him back to first. So Aramel Rosado will come back to first, but it will be an E6, an error. First one of the game.
Now batting, center fielder number 44.
And it puts a man on for Strasburg.
Mosley.
Here's Brett Mosley. He walked in his first trip. Brett Mosley from Ole Miss, 6'3", left-hander out of Trussville, Alabama. One out, one on. Here in the fifth, 2-0 Woodstock, and a throw over by Ryan Cow. Mentioned Harrisonburg beat Charlottesville this afternoon 9-1. Winchester leading Newmarket 7-2. They're in the top of the fourth at Jim Barnett Park. Another throw. Bottom of the fourth in Front Royal, Cardinals and Percival tied at 1. Bottom of the second in Culpeper, the Cavaliers have a 5-4 lead over Covington. And no score in Stanton between the Braves and Waynesboro, bottom of 3. Pitch is outside. 2-0 Woodstock here in the top of the fifth. Just one hit for Strasburg so far, 2 for Woodstock. 1-0. Very high. Makes the count 2 balls, no strikes. Two 2-0, Cal, long look in, comes ready. Checks the runner. Now time called. They're going to call a pitch clock violation. Yes, they are. So the count goes 3-0. So now it's 3 balls and no strikes. All right, let's see what Cal can do here. If he can come back from a 3-0 count. Runner's going on 3-0. Pitch is outside. So he makes it because of a walk. I don't know why Rosado was going there on a 3-0 pitch.
Jack Anderson.
So Mosley walks for the second time tonight. And for the second time tonight, Express have 2 men on base. Did it in the second, couldn't get anybody around. There's Jack Anderson at the top of the order. Third baseman has struck out and grounded into a double play. Woodstock would like an Adam ball again. Cal sets and deals, and that's a strike on the inside corner. On 1. Jack Anderson, JMU. James Madison University. 1 strike, Cal deals. Popped up, and this will be back of second. Infield fly rule is called, and the first baseman, Eldridge, out into shallow right to make the catch, to make it official.
Now batting second baseman, number 11, Nicholas Pepe.
That 2 are gone. Big out there for Ryan Cowell. Now we'll go to work on Nick Pepe. The second baseman has been hit by a pitch, and he struck out. Rosado at second, Mosley at first for Strasburg. And a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. One strike. Pitch. Look out. Late on that one, other way off the facing of the Bandits' roof on the dugout. Right to Phil Betterly, who makes the snag. Here's a right-hander getting loose for the Bandits. Cal looking to get out of this here in the 5th inning, 2 on. He's got 2 outs and 2 strikes on the batter. Pepe. That's low and away. 1-2 now. Nick Pepe from the University of Maine out of Sarasota, Florida, though. Got to be quite getting used to. Coming from Sarasota, and then you play for the Black Bears. Doesn't warm up a whole lot up there for the spring season. Oh, they got the runner hung up at second. Got too big of a lead, was taken off for third. They got him in a rundown, pump fake, throw, tag, got him. Well, how about that? Base running mistake there for Rosado. Was thinking about taking off or at least getting a bigger secondary lead, and Cal kicked and turned back to second, and Rosado in a pickle. That ends the inning. 1 left on for Strasburg, middle of 5. Bandits up 2-0. Bandits batting here in the bottom of the 5th inning, leading 2-0. And it's 7-8-9. Christian Toledo, Rocco DiPastino, and Luke Keister. They will face Jackson Hulcher for another inning. And ball 1 outside to Toledo. Walking a stolen base back in the 2nd inning. Christian, 6-foot right-handed batter out of Wayland Baptist, but he's from the Bronx, New York. Mighty swing, rolls one up the middle. The shortstop, Rosario, fields and tosses to first. 1 away.
Next up, catcher number 31, Rocco DiPastino.
Here's the catcher, Rocco DiPastino. Went down looking back in the 2nd inning. Pastino, 5'10" righty from Indian River. He's from Sarasota, Florida. Swing and a foul tip. 0-1. And they got a right-hander starting to get loose for the Express. Bandits wearing their orange warm-up shirts tonight. Oh, that's the jersey for the year? Okay. That's low and away, 1-1. So we're going casual this year? Is that somebody steal our uniforms in the off season? Now the green ones, they still have the green uniforms? Okay. 1-1. Opposite field shot, but going down is Cabasa, the first baseman, to snag that hard hit grounder for DiPastino, and takes it to the bag himself. 2 away. That'll bring up second baseman Luke Keister.
Baseman, number 1, Luke Keister.
All right, so the Bandits are in their orange shirts tonight. Green numbers and letters, white pants. Strasburg in there. Camouflage purple. There's a shot into center field. A line drive coming in. Now going back on it. Mosley makes a snag. Hit hard by Keister, but right to Mosley. Bandits go in order. That's 6 in a row set down. And we go to the 6th. Woodstock leads it 2-0. All right, we go to the 6th inning. 2-0 Woodstock leading. 2, 3, and 4. Here for the visitors, Nick Pepe, Josh Ebay, and Christian De Los Santos. Due up. New pitcher is Burke Sharpstein. 6-foot right-hander out of Maple Woods Community College. He's out of Kansas City, Missouri. And he misses high to the left-handed hitting Nick Pepe. University of Maine at the plate when Hermel Rosado got caught wandering too far off of second base. 1 ball. And he's hit by a pitch for the second time. First one was off speed, off the foot. This one got him on the arm. They've already lost 1 player hit by a pitch. Or a foul ball, sorry. I think Pepe is going to stay in there as he trots on down to first.
Next up, designated hitter number 22, Josh Ebay.
And we also have a new catcher into the game as Cade Norton takes over behind the plate. So Norton replaces DePastino. There's ball 1 to Josh Ebay. Strikeout looking and a single. That's the only hit for the Express so far tonight. Fouled back, a fastball. 1-1. River Bandits want to thank their Grand Slam sponsors. A few of them here. Anytime Fitness, Beidler's Furniture, First Bank, Dellinger Funeral Home, and City National Bank. 1-1. Called a ball. Bandits want an appeal here. Oh, no swing, they say. 2-1. Woodstock got there too in the first inning. A 2-run single by Hunter Miller. That is all the scoring we've had. Throw to first. Two one. That's fouled straight back. 2-2. Have to get into our history notes today. Last day of May. Two and two. Runner at first, nobody out. He's going. Pitch is swung and fouled back. All right, we'll do 2 and 2 again. Throw over to first. All right, we'll dig into our history. Here's one. 1869, the first official rainout in professional baseball history. Postponed between the Red Stockings and the Antioch Nine. Bouncing ball, foul at third. No-hitter today back in 1914. Joe Benz of the White Sox blanked Cleveland. Actually gave up a run in that game, but got the no-hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Josh Ebay, the DH, number 3 batter at the plate, awaits. Chopper to third, leaping grab made by Villarreal. He'll go to second for 1. Nice play to get at least 1 out of that. Villarreal to Luke Keister. So Pepe retired. A high bouncer off the bat of Ebay. And Villarreal to go back on it, leap and fire to second to get the lead man. So nice defensive play down there at the hot corner. Man at first, 1 out for Christian De Los Santos, the right fielder. A strikeout and a pop out to the shortstop in foul territory. 0-1. Just outside. Ball and a strike. Today in 1925, Ty Cobb hit his 275th career triple, becoming the first player ever with 1,000 extra base hits. Wave and a miss at a breaking ball. Good pitch there by Sharpstein. De Los Santos, 1 and 2. He'd finish his career with the all-time record of 1136 extra base hits, only to have it erased just a few years later by Babe Ruth. And the ball just inside, 2 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Burke Sharpstein sets and delivers. Breaking ball. Slammed past the diving Villarreal at third down the line. Quickly getting it back in is Miller. That breaking ball hung up there for De Los Santos, and he ripped it past Villarreal, and Strasburg has first and second again.
Next up,
with 1 out.
Number 2, Carter Schmidt.
Now it's a left fielder, Carter Schmidt. He is walking, struck out. We're into 6, 2-0 Woodstock, but again, Express have runners on. There's a ball up and away. Today in 1927, an unassisted triple play for the 2nd day in a row. 9th inning in Detroit. Tigers first baseman Johnny Noon completed the rare play, catching a line drive, tagging 1 runner, and stepping on second base for another. Here's another pop-up that will get out of play. Oh, the runner at second. Josh Ebay was running as if there were 2 outs. He was lucky that went out of play over on the left side. All right, so 1-1 now to Carter Schmidt. Pitch. There's a ball. Something off speed, missed the zone. 2-1. Two on, one out for the Strasburg Express. Pitch. Popped up. This is into shallow center. Coming all the way in, just barely behind second base, was Toledo to make the catch. No infield fly was called there.
Next up, catcher number 19, Jacob Payne.
But Toledo came flying in. Again, shallow center field allows that center fielder to take away a little more ground behind second. And Toledo did there. A little pop-up that Corville and Keister weren't going to get to, or we're going to have trouble getting to. All right, here's Jake Payne, the catcher for Strasburg. A swing and a miss. 0-1. Payne has walked and bounced into a fielder's choice. As the wind continues to blow here in Woodstock. Fouled back, off the hands. Sharpstein ahead, 0-2. Sharpstein deals. Fastball up and in. One ball, two strikes. Off speed is low. 2-2. Yeah, wind picks up all of a sudden. I mean, it's been blowing pretty steady all game, and a little extra gust here suddenly. All right, 2-2, 2 outs. First and second. Here's the pitch. That's just outside. Count goes full. Runners will get a head start here. 3-2, 2 outs. eBay at second. De Los Santos at first. Sharpstein sets and deals. Popped up. Back and out of play. So we'll do 3-2 again. Runners go. Pitch coming. And strike three called on the outside corner. Payne goes down looking. Sharpstein comes through with a big punch out. Two more left on for the Express. They've stranded 6 through 6.
For those who participated in tonight's 50-50.
Bottom of the 6th we go. Woodstock leads 2-0.
Winner for 50.
Here we go, bottom of the sixth inning for Woodstock, leading at 2-0. Top of the order, Jake Corville, JT Andorowski, and Hunter Miller hitting, and they're facing a new pitcher. It is Bryce Mitchell, 6-foot right-hander from Bucknell, out of Damascus, Maryland. Breaking ball misses low and away. Jake Corville has walked and scored and grounded to second. Corville from Wingate, out of Hamilton, Georgia, 5'10" right-handed batter. Waits the 1-1. That skips in there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here are the numbers here for the Strasburg pitching. Outside of the first inning, they've matched the Bandits. Harvey Abreu went 2, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned. That was in the first 3 batters of the game. He walked 2, struck out 1, and solid 3 innings by Hulcher. 2-1 pitch is a strike. 2-2. Jackson Hulcher, 3 innings, no hits allowed, walked 1, struck out 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and a breaking ball down in the zone, and Jake Corville down swinging.
Now batting right fielder, number 7, JT
Brings up
Andorowski.
JT Andorowski, the right fielder. .61 lefty from DeSales out of Warrington, Pennsylvania. JT, an opposite field double and a ground out to first. That's low. 1 ball. More history today. 1937, Carl Hubble of the Giants ends his 24-game winning streak. There's a high chopper off the plate, fielded by the pitcher, has to hurry, but in time. Mitchell fires to first to get Andorowski 2 gone. We have seen some high choppers.
Now batting left fielder, number 4, Hunter Miller.
Come from the batting circle tonight. Almost like it's an AstroTurf. Old AstroTurf fields. Hunter Miller takes ball 1. He has singled in 2 with the only runs of the game. He's also walked. 6'1" lefty out of Southern Indiana. Bouncing ball right to the second baseman. Scooped up by Pepe over to first, and the Bandits go in order again. That's 9 in a row. Set down by Strasburg pitching. We head to the 7th. 2-0 Woodstock. We go to the 7th inning. Bandits lead at 2-0. Burke Sharpstein back to the mound. And a first pitch foul ball off the bat of Erwin Cabasa. Came in as a substitute for Landon Beaver, who fouled a ball off of his leg, couldn't continue. Struck out looking to finish that at bat, and then he struck out swinging in the fifth. So he is officially 0 for 1 tonight. Off-speed pitch misses. 1-1. Chopper to short, charging is Corville. He throws. And there's one down. Aramel Rosado, the shortstop, stepping in.
Shortstop, Aramel Rosado.
There's another ball that was high chopper off the dirt there at home plate. I can only guess that because that was covered up all this past week. Didn't get any moisture. Got hard. And the pitch just outside. 1-0 to Rosado, a fielder's choice, and also reached on an error. There's a strike at the letters. 1-1. Mystery today, in 1961, Carroll Hardy pinch hit for Carl Yastrzemski. He dropped down a bunt single. He became the only player to pinch hit for both Yaz and Ted Williams. What a distinction. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. Ball, 2 strikes. Aramel Rosado, Gulf Coast Community College. There's a foul ball. Today in 64, Shea Stadium, Mets and Giants played the longest doubleheader in Major League history, 9 hours and 52 minutes. The second game went 23 innings. There's a swing and a miss. Down goes Rosado. 2-way here in the 7th.
Next up, center fielder number 44, Brett Mosley.
Here's the number 9 man, Brett Mosley. Strasburg center fielder has been on twice via the walk. Bert Sharpstein now with 2 strikeouts. Trying to get a clean inning after getting out of a situation in the 6th where he had 2 on, 1 out. Misses high there, 1 ball. One 0 count. Had a shot into center field, but that'll be corralled out there by Toledo. And that's the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Express. Time to stretch. Middle of the 7th, Woodstock leads Strasburg 2-0. Bottom of the seventh inning, Woodstock sends up 4, 5, and 6. Barrett Eldridge, Nazir Mendez, and Diego Villarreal. Woodstock leads at 2-0. Haven't had a base runner since the third. They've gone in order, 9 straight. And Eldridge cuts and misses. He is grounded into a double play and struck out looking. Oh, 1 pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike from Bryce Mitchell, out for his second inning of work. And Mitchell gets ahead 0-2. Mitchell, who works from the stretch, sets and deals, and he threw it right by him. A fastball and quick work of Barrett Eldridge. One gone.
Now batting designated hitter number 23, Nazir Mendez.
Bandits' first 3 batters reached: a walk, a double, and a 2-run single by Hunter Miller. Since then, they've had only 2 base runners, both on walks. All right, here's Nazir Mendez, the DH. Ground out and a fly to center. There's strike 1. As the wind keeps a-blowing. 0-1. That's high. Left-handed batting, Nazir Mendez out of Eastern Kentucky. This wind can stop. It knocked my electricity out last night. Don't need a repeat of that. 1-1, that's down and in. 2 balls and a strike. Wasn't too bad last night. Two balls, 1 strike. That's low. Now 3-1. And you know, when the electricity goes out and you're not in cell range, there's not much you can do. So I sat and listened to the radio. That was it. Pitch is a ball, ball 4. Listen to the Dodgers and Yankees. They were playing out on the West Coast.
Now batting third baseman number 24, Diego Villarreal.
So Mendez draws a 1-out walk, and that'll bring up Diego Villarreal, the third baseman. He is ground out and struck out. We're going to get a pinch runner here as Mendez is taken down for Joey Gale from St. Joseph's.
Now in as a pinch runner for the River Bandits, junior from St. Joseph's University, number 13, Joey Gale.
All right, let's see what the Bandits can do here. 1 out, 1 on. Villarreal 0 for 2. Mitchell. Set and deals. That's low. 1 ball. One ball to Villarreal. Diego takes ball 2 downstairs. A little more history today. 1975, Cesar Tovar of the Rangers. I'm surprised there was one before him, but he became the second player to collect the only hit in 5 one-hitters. That's crazy. Runner goes on 2-0. Pitches a strike. Throw down to second. Slide. Tag. Safe. Umpire says no tag. Payne with a good throw down there. Pepe with the tag, but Mendez went to the outside of second base and gets in with a head first dive. No tag, says the umpire. So 2-1 now with a runner at second base. So steal there for Joey Gale. 2-1 now the count. Swing and a miss. Villarreal took a big cut. Two balls, two strikes. Mitchell fires, and that's slice foul left side. Clangs off the metal bleachers. Down the left field line. Two and two. One out, runner at second. Bandits up 2-0, looking for more. Fouled away. Back to the Cesar Tovar 5-1 hitters that he got the only hit in. That had been done a month earlier by Billy Williams of the Cubs. And it would be tied again in 1986 by the Reds' Eddie Milner. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Down goes Villarreal. Round number 2. So now it's up to Christian Toledo.
Center fielder number 21, Christian Toledo.
Toledo has walked and grounded to short. Gale running at second. Pitch outside. One ball. Mitchell checks second and deals. That's low and away, 2-0. Today in 1999, umpire Frank Pulley used a TV replay to take away a home run from Cliff Floyd of the Marlins. And their loss to the Cardinals after the game, National League officials made it clear that technology should not have been used to reverse that call. 2-0, mighty cut and a miss there by Christian. He figured he'd take a shot there. Way ahead in the count, came up empty. Toledo out of Wayland Baptist. Right-handed batter. 2-1 coming. That is a ball. Might have been a little bit up. 3-1. And ball 4. Little groan from the Strasburg dugout after that one. Toledo started his swing, stopped.
Norton
Draws the walk, so now 2 men are on here with 2 outs. And it's Cade Norton hitting for the first time tonight. And we've got a mound visit here. Pitching coach is Dylan Powell for the Express. All right, more history today. 2002. Game between the Royals and the Rangers. Carlos Beltran hit a home run in the 11th inning that started 3 in a row. Mike Sweeney and Joe Randa followed suit. They became just the second major league team to hit at least 3 consecutive home runs in extra innings. Only team to do that better than they were the Minnesota Twins of 1964 when they hit 4 in a row. All right, back here. Back to action. Cade Norton from Mercer steps in with 2 out and 2 on and swings and misses at the first offering. So Norton, 6-foot right-hander out of Mercer, Greer, South Carolina. 1 strike pitch. Cut on and missed. 0-2. Norton down 2 strikes. Mitchell readies. Runner at second goes. Swing and a missed drop by the catcher. He'll throw down to first to complete the strikeout. And in the side. Mitchell strikes out the side with a couple of walks in between, but escapes. And the lead remains. Woodstock 2, Strasburg nothing after 7. We go to the 8th inning. Bandits lead at 2-0. And coming in now for Woodstock to pitch is Zane Starling, 6-foot right-hander from North Florida, out of Lake City, Florida. Faces Jack Anderson, Nick Pepe, and Josh eBay. 1, 2, and 3 in the Strasburg lineup. There's ball 1 inside. Anderson 0 for 3. High with a fastball, 2-0. Both sides have 2 hits. Woodstock got theirs in the first. Strasburg had single hits in the 4th and 6th inning. They've had a lot of base runners. They've stranded 6. Here's a little dribbler towards second. Keister fields with the bare hand and over to first in time. Good play by Luke. Charging and getting Anderson for the first out of the 8th inning.
Next up, second baseman, number 11,
That's
Nicholas Pepe.
The Express second baseman, Nick Pepe. He has twice been hit by a pitch, and he struck out. Fastball inside. Zane Starling, pitcher number 5 of the evening. There's ball 2, up and away. Two and 0. High ball 3.
Who's the Cavaliers? Is that Percival?
3 balls, no strikes. Starling loses him. Misses high again. And Nick Pepe is on for the 3rd time tonight.
Now batting, designated hitter number 22, Josh eBay.
All right, here's Josh eBay, the DH. 1 for 3, a single and a strikeout. Also bounced into a fielder's choice. Takes the ball inside. eBay from Stephen F. Austin. eBay sits kind of like Eric Davis used to do. Low hands near the belt. Takes a strike. Kind of has that slightly open stance, very relaxed. One. Fastball at the knees, a good pitch. 1-2. Might be dating myself a little bit there, talking about Eric Davis. But he's on what? MLB The Show? Okay. High and away, 2-2. Home run in the first inning, 1990 World Series, as the Reds went on to sweep the A's. That was the shot that started that one. Here's a little flare into right field, and it's down for a base hit. Runner heading to third. He'll make it without a throw. And Strasburg has runners at the corners with 1 out here in the 8th. Pretty good pitch in on the hands of eBay, but he was just able to serve it into right field.
Now batting, right fielder number 25, Christian De La Santos.
3rd hit of the night for the Express, 2nd for eBay. And the Express get a man to third base for the first time. And it's the right fielder, Christian De Los Santos, the cleanup hitter. He's 0 for 2. He did single with a smash in the 6th inning. 2-0 Woodstock, but again, Express threatening. 2 men on base again. Starling misses outside. Pitch. That misses. 2-0. Nobody throwing for the Express right now. Or rather for the River Bandits down in the bullpen. 2-0. Cut on and missed. Two and run. Men at first and third for Strasburg. Pitch. High with a fastball. 3 balls, 1 strike. And right now it looks like somebody's just getting up. 3-1. Starling sets, pitches. Popped up. I think it's going to get blown out of play. First base side it will. That started off like it had a chance to stay in, but the wind just too stiff tonight. So the count goes full. De Los Santos swinging a fly ball down the left field line. It's going foul and out of play. Over in the Woodstock bullpen. We'll do a full count offering again. Starling deals. Soft liner into right. That's down for a base hit, and the Express are on the board. Runner going to third. And it's now 2-1. Pretty much the exact same place that Josh eBay's soft liner went.
Now batting left fielder number 2, Carter Schmidt.
So now a 2-1 ball game. As Pepe scores. eBay to third. And we're right back where we were, except the lead has been cut in half. So it's first and third with one out. Carter Schmidt hitting. Ground ball towards second. Fielded there. Only play is going to be first as a little bobble with the charge by Keister. He was right in the baseline. I think he was thinking of trying to quickly tag De Los Santos. But he bobbled the ball, tried the sweep tag, didn't get him, went on to first to get Schmidt. And eBay comes in to score, and just like that, we are tied. Couple of softly hit singles into right field. And we're now tied at 2. Jake Payne takes ball 1. So Keister got on top of that ball in a hurry to try and turn a double play, but a little bobble there, and that killed that. There's a strike. So man at second, still not out of this inning. The Express have the go-ahead run out at second base. 1-1 here to Payne, the catcher. Swinging a foul tip. 1-2. Payne's 0 for 2 with a walk. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 men gone. Starling deals, and just outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Starling, ready, check second, pitches. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. But damage done. A 1-out walk, followed by 2 soft singles and an RBI ground out. But whatever it takes for Strasburg to get those runs, they got them. And we are now tied. Middle of 8. Woodstock 2, Strasburg 2. All right, here come the Bandits in the bottom of the 8th inning. Now in a tie game, 2-2. 9-1-2 for the home team. Luke Keister, Jake Courville, and JT Andorowski due up. I'll face a new pitcher as a left-hander is in now, and there's a first pitch swinging by Keister. Shallow right field, second baseman going out. That's Pepe to snag it. And Keister is gone for first out of the 8th.
batter number 38, Jay Corville.
New hurler for the Express is Jackson. No, take that back. I'm sorry. Evan Garcia. We've already had Jackson Holcher. Tried to put him back in the game. Garcia, lefty, 6'1", from South Florida State, out of Naples. And the lefty misses with the ball away. Corville 0 for 2. He walked and scored in the first. Bandits 2 hits in their first 3 batters. Nothing since. Swing and a miss. Ball and a strike. That's up and away. Evan Garcia, 4th pitcher of the night for the Express. One more history note today. 2008, Manny Ramirez hit his 500th home run. 2-1 offering. That's high. Jake Corville. Takes ball 4.
Next up, right fielder number 7, JT.
Corville draws a 1-out walk.
Andorowski.
And it's JT Andorowski. Double back in the first inning, 2 ground outs since. That's 6 walks issued by the Express. Here's Andorowski, left-handed batter. DeSales. Breaking ball, skips past the catcher, Payne, and down to second base goes Corville. Breaking ball in the dirt, Payne just tried to flag it with the glove, and it kicked off his leather instead of throwing his body into it. Got away from him, and wild pitch puts Corville in scoring position for Andorowski. Now pitcher and catcher want to get together, make sure they've got the signs right with the man on second base. One 0, 1 out. Man at second base in a tie game here in the bottom of the 8th. Couple looks back to second. Now the pitch to Andorowski's low and away. 2-0. Couple more thanks to our Grand Slam sponsor, Heishman's Funeral Home, Shenandoah Websites, Brain Injury Connection of the Shenandoah Valley, Amanda Downs, EPA Valley Realty, and Woodstock Equipment. 2-0. Andorowski awaits. Looks at a strike at the knees. 2-1. Andorowski, the right fielder, number 2 hitter in the order. Has a man at second base. Looking to bring him home. Untie this game. Two-one pitch. That is inside. Andorowski didn't move. He was ready to take one for the team there. Now 3-1 in the driver's seat. He awaits. Here's the pitch. Chopper up the middle. That will be stopped by the shortstop. He will throw to first, and out is the call. Bang, bang right there, but by a whisker. Andorowski cut down. Nice play by Rosado behind the bag at second.
Hunter Miller.
Another one of those choppers. But fine play there by Rosado, and shows off his arm as he gunned him down. And again, a close play at first. Goes against the Bandits. 2 down. Corville up to third. And a swing and a miss by Hunter Miller. One strike. Chop foul. Two strikes. We got a pinch hitter, I believe, don't we? Oh, 2 fouled back right off the mask of the catcher, and Payne's feeling that. All right, it's Wyatt Cunningham pitch hitting here. Switch hitter from Cameron. Down 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Holds off on a ball low and away. So Hunter Miller, after a 2-run single. Left-hander. Hunter was a left-handed batter, so they're playing the odds here. Ball 2 strikes. Pitch. That's just outside. Payne held it there for the umpire to look at, but a little bit wide. Evens the count at 2-2. Wyatt Cunningham is a switch hitter, so he's batting righty here against the lefty Garcia. 2-2. Pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Something off speed, and Cunningham just got a piece of it. Wyatt Cunningham out of Salado, Texas. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch coming again. That is under the knees. Ball 3. Full count. Man at third. On deck, Barrett Eldridge. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third and a tie game. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. And the inning continues.
Now walking to the plate, first baseman number 20, Barrett Eldridge.
All right, Barrett Eldridge coming up here. Men at the corners, 2 outs. We got a visit to the mound here. Nobody throwing. Got guys standing down in the Express bullpen. Watching, waiting. This is I think a move to get Garcia a little pause, a little break, let him refocus. You know, the base runners come over and talk with Mike Bocock. I wonder if he might be thinking of trying to steal a run here. All right, conference on the mound is over. Infielders return to their position. Base runners back to the bags. That's first and third. Jake Corville's at third. Wyatt Cunningham at first. Barrett Eldridge due. He's 0 for 3. Double play and 2 strikeouts. Shot to deep center field. Going back to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. Up onto the hill, a 3-run blast by Barrett Eldridge. Right on cue. I said he was past due, and he hammered the first offering he sees from Evan Garcia. A smash between the 376 sign in left center and 338 in straight away. And didn't just power it out of here, but had to
Number 13, Joey Gale.
muscle it through the wind. 3-run home run, and it's 5-2 Woodstock. First hit since the first inning. All right. Woo. A big 2-out home run. Now 2-0 to Joey Gale. Barrett Eldridge hit into a double play in the first and 2 strikeouts after that. More than makes up for it. So 3-0 now to Joey Gale. Came on to pinch run last inning. Stays in as the DH, and he draws a walk. Third of the inning for Garcia.
Next up for the River Bandits, third baseman Diego Villarreal.
All right, inning rolls on here. Diego Villarreal, the third baseman, he's 0 for 3. So Bandits have had a few runners, especially here in the last couple innings. And finally, walks hurt Strasburg. Pitch down and in. One ball to Villarreal. Diego takes low, 2-0. That's 8 walks now by Strasburg pitchers. There's a strike. 2-1 now to Villarreal. Misses down and in. 3-1 now. So 5-2. Strike at the knees. Villarreal had already flipped the bat away. Thought it was ball 4. So he'll come back and face a 3-2 with 2 outs. Gale will be running. Full count pitch coming. That is strike 3 called again. Villarreal tossed the bat away. He thought it was ball 4, but called a strike at the knees on the inside corner to end the inning. But Barrett Eldridge, a 3-run blast with 2 outs, puts the Bandits back on top. It's 5-2 as we go to the 9th. All right, here we go to the ninth. Bandits lead at 5-2, and the man who put Woodstock ahead now takes the mound. Barrett Eldridge moves from first to the rubber. Try and save it here for the Bandits on opening night. And he deals a strike to Erwin Cabasa. He's 0 for 2. He'll be followed by Iramel Rosado and Brett Mosley. And the new first baseman is Austin Ford. Swing and a miss. Chased the ball in the dirt. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Bouncer to third. Fielding on the short hop. Nice flag over there by Villarreal over to first to get Cabasa to get the first out of the inning.
Next up, shortstop, number 41, Iramel Rosado.
That's a shortstop. Iramel Rosado, he is 0 for 3. All right, Barrett Eldridge. This is outside. 1 ball. Woodstock led 2-0 since the first. Then Strasburg got 2 in the top of the 8th, but then Eldridge with a 3-run bomb. There's a foul back. Now Eldridge trying to close it out. I would think he would be. We'll have to check with the truck on that one, yeah. Guys down in the truck doing the research. 1-1 pitch is low. 2-1. First Bandit to hit a game-winning home run and get the save. Two and 1. That fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hey, we always hear about the announcer jinx. I just said before he hit it that he was due. I got to get some kind of credit. 2-2. Eldridge kicks and deals. Line drive. That'll get into center field for a base hit. Now Strasburg wants to make a little noise here in the 9th. Not ready to go away. That's their 5th hit of the game. I'll bring up center fielder Brett Mosley.
Brett Mosley.
Mosley from Ole Miss. One out, one on. We're in the 9th. Lefty Mosley takes a strike. One other final in the books. Winchester 14-4 over Newmarket. Top of the 8th in front, Royal Cardinals 5-3 over Purcellville. Bottom of the 7 in Culpeper, Cavaliers and Covington tied up at 5. And bottom of the 8th in Stanton, the Braves lead Waynesboro 6-0. Swing and a miss. 0-2. One earlier final, Harrisonburg 9-1 over Charlottesville. Eldridge ahead, 2 strikes. Sets and deals. That is hit into right field, coming on and making the catch is Andorowski. Throws back into first. Got past Ford, but a good backup there by the catcher. Cade Norton.
Now batting number 14, Jack.
He was right in line with that. Andorowski's throw was a 1-hopper. Bounced over Ford. A good backup by the backstop. For the second out. And back to the top of the order. Last chance for Strasburg. Jack Anderson 0 for 4. Takes the ball outside. Anderson from JMU. Fouls it back. 1-1. 5-2 Bandits. 1-1, 2 out, runner at first. Fastball at the knees. Eldridge hums that one in there. Makes the count 1-2. Eldridge settles and delivers. Strike 3 at the knees, and the Bandits win. 5-2, the final score.
Your final score tonight: Woodstock
Barrett Eldridge,
5, Strasburg
the hero.
2.
The go-ahead 3-run home run in the bottom of the 8th, and then he records the save in the top of the 9th. Woodstock 5, Strasburg 2. We'll recap it in just a minute. Well, back here in Woodstock, the River Bandits win their season opener 5-2 over the Strasburg Express. They got started early, bottom of the first inning, a leadoff walk to Jake Corville. Then an opposite field double by JT Andorowski off of the starter, Harvey Abreu. Then Hunter Miller bounced a single up the middle into center field. Corville and Andorowski scored 2-0. And that's the way it remained. The Bandits went hitless for the next 6 innings. Meanwhile, Strasburg had base runners, multiple base runners in multiple innings, but they couldn't get anything. It stayed 2-0 till the top of the 8th. One out walk by Nick Pepe, followed by Josh Ebe with a soft single to right field. Another soft single by Christian De Los Santos, almost in the exact same place inside the right field line. That brought home the first run of the game for the Express, and then a ground out by Carter Schmidt brought in the second run. That tied it up in the 8th. Bottom of the 8th, though. Walks finally hurt Strasburg, as they gave out a lot of free passes tonight. In fact, it was 5, 6, 7, 8 walks tonight by Strasburg pitching staff. One out walk to Jake Corville, and then with 2 outs, after a wild pitch and a ground out, moved Corville to third. Pinch hitter Wyatt Cunningham drew a base on balls, and then Barrett Eldridge. First pitch he saw from Evan Garcia, hammered it out of here to left center field. A 3-run bomb, make it 5-2. Then Eldridge took the hill in the 9th inning, gave up a single, but that's all, and he recorded the save. Getting the victory was Zane Starling, as he was the 5th pitcher of the night, win an inning. He gave up the runs that allowed the game to be tied, but winds up getting the win. And Brett Eldridge picks up the save. Eldridge with the 3-run home run. And Hunter Miller with the 2-run single back in the first. That was 2 of their 3 hits tonight. Meanwhile, for Strasburg, Garcia takes the loss. And they got a couple of hits from Josh Ebe and Christian De Los Santos. Give you the scoring line tonight. Bandits 5 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Strasburg 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Woodstock left 4 men on base, 8 stranded by the Express. Game took 2 hours and 41 minutes to play. The Bandits winning it by a final of 5-2. They are on the road tomorrow at Charlottesville. That's a 1 o'clock start. Off on Monday and back home Tuesday for Culpeper. All right, that's going to do it. Good start to the new year as the Bandits take it over Strasburg by a final score of 5-2. We'll see you again on Tuesday.